about that, get up and check on it, will you?
Yes, sir.
Well, where I'm at, I'm just too much in front of the camera. Alfredo Guerrero from Tortilla.
I did a few gigs with Get Back.
That's a good band.
Yeah.
All right, amigos, bienvenidos. This is your program Fiesta Musical. We're here every Sunday from 11 a.m. till 12 noon. Gracias a todos ustedes por estar en sintonía. Today is a very special day. The gentleman seated right next to me is very well known here in the Austin community. In my opinion, he's actually a legend. I know he's a real humble guy, but I mean, that's the way that I think of him. Primarily because his dad started a band a long time ago. This is Mr. RUeben Hernandez. RUeben, welcome to Fiesta Musical.
Thank you. Glad to be
Okay,
here.
and we're going to do an interview with him in just a little bit. But first, we need to pay the rent. We need to get some of this stuff out of the way. There's a big. Let me go ahead and do this. There's a big New Year's Eve gala that's going to be coming up. Nobody's talked about it. Christian, if you can, let's show that poster that we got, and we'll get Eddie to come in and talk to us. Eddie been gone for the last couple of weeks. He's been out there taking care of business. And Eddie, tell us what that poster is talking about and what it's all.
Okay, this is New Year's Eve. It's been put on by Texas Do Productions,
Okay.
which is me, and we're having a New Year's Eve gala. It's going to be at the Airport Hilton Hotel, right
Okay.
on the airport. Beautiful hotel.
Okay.
And we're going to have Grupo Stampede coming in from Dallas, and then we're going to have just Grammy Award winner 2 times, Jess Lopez and
Okay.
his group Funky Monkeys, con Frank Gomez. Then Mr. Gilbert Alba, Super City Band. He's going to be there, and he's going to have his big orchestra. He's going to have Pito and all his horns.
I
and
think
all
he's
that
got
thing.
what, like about a 10 or 12 piece band?
10, I think it's 10 piece.
Okay, got a
But
big
he's
horn
going to have
section.
horns and
Okay.
everything. And Mr. Gilbert, he's good. He's a very good singer.
Right, just for those of y'all that don't understand, I like to interject stuff here every now and then. We're talking about Mr. Gilbert Alba. He's well known in the music business. For one time, he was the lead guitar player and the lead vocalist for the Latin Breed Band. There's actually an album out there that he did, which is it's a collector's item. So anybody that's got that with Gilbert singing on there, he does a fantastic job. He got his own band, so he's going to be there that night. I want to be there that night myself to check it out. And you said who else is going to be there?
Also, you're going to have the Super Dude DJ Texas Dude.
Okay, but you said the Stampede is coming in?
Stampede from Dallas, Texas.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
They're, we booked them. We booked everybody's booked, contracted, and we're ready to roll. We're going to have dinner, dance. There's going to be a super event at a beautiful hotel.
Okay.
It's going to have a large room with a large dance floor,
Okay.
and we're going to have all 4 of us are going to be there.
Okay.
And I think there's going to be some special guests going to show up that I'm not positive yet who they are, but I think Stephanie Lynn, she just recorded a song with Stampede, so she may show up.
Okay.
And then Arte Harina, I think he may show up
Okay.
again. But this is our gala for 2020. It's going to be a very, very nice affair. Right now you can buy tickets online at eventbrite.com. And you can also reserve your room online, or you can call the hotel itself at
Okay.
385-6767, 385-6767, and make sure you tell them that it's for the New Year's Eve gala so they can give you credit and give you the discount price. And the tickets you can buy online. You can go to Tejano Music of Texas, or you can go to Edward Nunez on Facebook. If you have any questions, you can ask me there, or you can call me at 517-2407, and I'll set you up and or let you know what you need to know.
Okay.
We're going to have sponsors. Fiesta Musical is going to be one of our sponsors, and they're going to have. It's going to be a super event, and I'm putting it together with some of my friends, Arturo Puentes, Sonia Estibarra, Norma Flores, and some of the people that were with me in another group that we decided to put this dance song together, and it's going to be a super event.
Okay.
And we plan on having a sellout, and
Well, I intend to have some cameras there to record the event, to make sure that we got it down for the people that are unable to attend. Maybe later on, once we get everything edited down, we can
Yes,
show
sir.
them
We have
the event. Let me ask you something, Eddie, while we're at it.
Okay.
This is not a normal Tejano venue that I'm used to announcing, or how did you settle on the Austin Hilton Hotel at Brookstone? How did that
Well,
go?
I looked around, first of all, I wanted to do the Embassy Suites in San Marcos. That's a huge hotel there. But they're gonna be renovating that. I've done events, I do events there every year for some of the corporations around town. And I talked to them, but they're renovating, but then I put into the Hilton, and Hilton, they shot me to the airport Hilton, because
Okay.
they hold, that room will hold 400 people.
Okay.
And,
We're not allowed to mention money. You know.
yeah, no money.
Okay.
No, I'm not talking money. I'm
Okay.
talking, I just talk about the
All right, let
event.
me, give us some of the details. What do you have scheduled for that event? Such as what time do you open? What time does everything start?
Okay, it's gonna start
Is this
at-
a dinner, dance, or give us some of those details?
It's gonna start at 6 o'clock. We're gonna have like
Okay.
a cocktail hour or whatever. Then, para las 7 va a ser la comida from 7 to 8. And then 8 o'clock, we're gonna probably have Jess Lopez start it off.
Okay,
And then DJ Texas Dude's gonna be next.
okay.
And then Gilbert Alba or Stampede. And I haven't really put the lineup in exact order, but it'll probably be Gilbert Alba, and then Stampede will finish it out. And if we go to 1 o'clock, then I'll take over and I'll finish out the event.
All right, let me ask you, is this food that you're talking about, it's a dinner dance. What's gonna be on the menu? Is it buffet? Are they gonna serve you at the table? Give us a little bit about that.
Well, right now, we're discussing that, we wanna serve at the table.
Okay.
So we're talking either Caribbean pork loin or sirloin steak.
Okay,
No chicken this year.
okay. This is not gonna be a rubber chicken circuit.
No rubber chicken festival
Okay,
this year,
okay,
no
okay,
sir.
okay.
No, it's gonna be either pork or steak, and it's either gonna be a salad, a dinner, and a dessert, or if we do the steak, and then it's gonna be a steak dinner and a
Okay.
dessert, and a coffee, tea,
Okay.
or meat.
Well, you said you're thinking about doing where you get table service. What's preventing you from saying we're gonna do it, we're gonna have table service, like waiters coming to you?
Well,
What's preventing you, other than money? What's preventing you?
there's nothing preventing me.
Okay.
I have to decide on what.
Okay, gotcha.
Because
Because that adds to the budget.
Yeah, well, we're gonna decide, and we've already kind of made a decision. I think it's gonna be either the Caribbean pork or it's gonna be the steak.
Okay,
So they have buffets there too,
okay,
but most of the, we wanna do it first class, and we don't wanna, have people there running around grabbing food, like.
okay.
We want you to sit down, have a
Que se
good
porten
time.
bien, que se porten bien.
Sí, ándale, we're gonna have security there, we're gonna have, people working the doors, we're gonna have, if you wanna get your room, you can get a suite, or you can
Okay.
get a regular room. The rooms are beautiful. And also, if
Well, I'm
you
glad
go,
that you said that. Let's get RUeben into this conversation. RUeben, have you played that venue yet?
No, never played that.
The Hilton?
No, not that one. We played the one downtown.
Okay, all right. So you don't have nothing to report about that one?
History, it used to be called the Donut when it was Brookstone.
Okay.
That was the
okay.
headquarters for.
So that's been there a long, long time, ¿verdad?
Yep.
Eddie, I imagine they've refurbished it, everything looks beautiful inside.
oh man, it's amazing. You walk in, and you look up, and it's like the Eiffel Tower. You can look out the windows, arriba, and you can see the sky and everything, planes coming over and overhead.
All right.
And then the room is in another level. You go down to that room.
Okay.
And then, but upstairs,
Uh-huh.
excuse me, they also have a bar upstairs and another restaurant. They stay open to 2 o'clock in the morning, so
Okay.
the event's gonna be over between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. so
Okay,
you
now
still wanna
nobody's
continue.
allowed to take a bottle, right?
No, sir.
Let's
you
get that
can't
clear
wait.
right off the bat.
La meten la bota en algo, but they won't allow you to bring anything in. Everything's gonna be served there. They're gonna have bartenders, they're gonna have waiters, they're gonna have all that. It's gonna be
Okay.
first class affair.
How's the parking, Eddie?
The parking is, you have to go in and you can get either a permit or you can pay $10 to park. They're gonna have a small parking fee if you spend.
Can't talk about money.
Yeah, I know. Como quiera, yeah, you can park there and there'll be a small parking
Okay.
fee. You can ask for a permit so that you won't charge you.
Okay.
Este,
They don't have valet parking?
They have valet parking
Okay.
there also, yeah.
That's
it's
where the
all-
money, that's where the money comes in.
That's it.
Gotcha.
It's all first class, man. It's
Well,
all-
look, it sounds like you got, go over it real quick, give me the Reader's Digest version. Where's it gonna be, when are we talking about it, the doors, and who's playing, and then we'll go on to Mr. Ruben Hernandez.
Okay, once again, it's gonna be New Year's Eve gala. It's gonna be the
Okay.
Airport Hilton Hotel.
It's a dinner dance,
Dinner dance.
okay?
And we're gonna have,
Now, people
Stand-
don't have to dress up in a tuxedo, evening gowns and things like that. They can, is that what you're saying?
yeah, most people.
But it's not
yeah.
required, or is it?
No, it's how, you can come any way you wanna come. It's gonna be kind of a
Flip-flop,
semi-formal.
flip-flop,
if you want.
blue jean?
Well, it's New Year's Eve celebration. Most
Okay.
people come dressed up.
Okay,
You know, you don't have to. You can come in jeans, nice shirt, you
Okay.
know, cowboy hat, whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't. But we're having a lot of people are going to come in tuxedos and we're going to have party favors,
Okay.
hats, pitos, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a super event.
okay,
And well, I have a lot of contacts right now. People are calling me from all over the state,
okay,
and we're looking forward to it. And like I said, it's going to be Stampede, Gilbert Alba, Jess Lopez, Grammy Award winner, and Super Dude, Texas Dude. He's
Okay.
going to be
That sounds good.
number one. I'm
Okay.
one of the best DJs
All right.
in Texas. I'm not
thank
the
you,
best.
thank you. You're one of the best if you do say so.
Yeah, but I don't want to say I'm
Gotcha,
the best because
gotcha. Como dijo un amigo mío, dijo, well, I think I'm one of the best, if I do say so myself.
I
I said,
do.
okay. All right, before we go any further, I want to remind everybody you're watching Fiesta Musical. We're here every Sunday from 11 a.m. till 12 noon. We're on channel 10. Previously, we were on another channel for the first 15 years. And now, starting in year 16, we're on channel 10. Also want to remind everybody that the new issue of Nuestra Música just came out. It's got Mr. Gilbert Rodriguez, good friend of mine in San Antonio. And one time he had a band called Gilbert and the Blue Notes, fantastic band. And he is on the cover of this thing here. And my understanding is that the Nash Hernandez Orchestra may be on the front cover here in the coming months, maybe the beginning of the new year. How would that be, Ruben? Would that be okay?
That'd be good.
And so again, we want to let everybody know. Le queremos mandar saludos a todos ustedes afuera del pueblo. Gracias por estar en sintonía. Those of y'all that see us on the internet, those of y'all that see us here here in Austin, Texas, you can get us on AT&T, you can get us on Grande, or you can get us on Spectrum. We've got more information, but now we're going to go to Mr. Ruben Hernandez, who is the son of Mr. Nash Hernandez, who had a very well-known orchestra. Ruben, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you guys just celebrate a 70th anniversary here?
That's correct.
Okay. What did y'all celebrate at Don's Depot?
Yeah, we did it at Don's. and,
Okay.
Main reason we did it at Don's, we've been playing at Don's now for 25 years.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's kind of become a home base for us.
Okay,
And Don's been very good with the band,
Okay.
helping us out, keeping
Okay.
it steady.
Now, we got some video that we have on the Nash Hernandez Orchestra. Ruben, we just finished reviewing it a while ago. Do you want us to go ahead and do the video, or you want to talk a little bit and then we'll do the video?
And it's your show.
Okay. Christian, why don't you go ahead and get that video ready? Let's go ahead and show it while we got Ruben here in case anybody got questions. The number that you can call is that number right there, 477-2288, or you can call me on my cell phone, area code 512, phone number 563-3697. Give them yours, Eddie.
Mine is 512-517-2407.
If you'll have any questions, and now here we go with a little history, some information on the Nash Hernandez Orchestra. Here we go, check it out. You got your, so we can hear it, because he's got it real low, so it won't bother you.
On June 26, 1994, Nash Hernandez died in Austin.
That's what's going on.
Born in New Braunfels in 1922, Hernandez grew up in Fredericksburg, where he learned to play trumpet in German
And I
polka
think I got like
bands.
about 8 second delay.
In 1949, he started the Nash Hernandez Orchestra, which combined Latin rhythms with big band swing music, popularized by Benny Goodman, Glenn Miller, and others. The Nash Hernandez Orchestra became one of the most popular big bands in Texas and was invited to perform at Governor Dolph Briscoe's inaugural ball. Nash Hernandez dedicated much of his life to educating younger musicians. After he died in 1994, his son RUeben took over leadership of the orchestra.
My brother.
In 2008, Nash Hernandez was inducted into the Austin Music Memorial.
Glenn Miller, Tommy Dorsey, Tom. I'm a Tejano at heart. I love that song. And then you put Sinatra back there. Oh, man. Eddie, you see that bald-headed guy in the back?
Which one?
Bald-headed guy way in the back. To the left.
Yeah, the guy said, that's a singer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's a good one. Me and that guy did a lot of gigs.
Really?
Charlie Gutierrez, yeah.
Well, he had a board in this one.
Yeah. Well, he does a lot of country. When I had my country band,
Yeah, he's a personal guy.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I guess the last time we were checking,
He does a good one.
still singing really well. And he does everything from
Yeah. And he can get into the Tejano from the
yeah, I know he does Al Green.
Yeah, you know what? I was watching a lot of those videos yesterday on YouTube, and that's where I got this from. And I clipped out a lot of
That's a good
yeah, he was singing some lot of English stuff, man. It sounded really good.
Eddie, forgot something? Do me a favor, go in there and tell him. Tell him I said put a caption on top of the Happy Veterans Day. There's too many veterans out there, I don't want to forget them. By the way, I tried to get some veterans to come in, and everybody's worshiping them. I'm serious. I mean, I wish I had the money to help them. Birthday party or something. When you got that name. What did you say this was? Man, that's the best I could go. Classic. And then you guys dressed up. By the way, I was sitting there.
Yeah, I know. We were going to play this year, and then I had some Saturday. Ray called me and said, "Oh, we're going to play."
Ray called me up. He said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm hanging in there, man. I had a Ray back there. I had some money."
And then the sax player next to Charlie,
Yeah.
his name is Hernandez. He is a world-renowned sax player for the past 4 years. He's played with major cities and he's got an album of classical sax. And he said, all these years I've been over there, nobody recognized him. He said, he's been there for a couple of years. And he said, one night I was really, I'll be with this one. I'm walking back home. Don't you believe the He said, all these years I've been all this stuff.
Back in the days, man, your dad, I used to live down the street. My dad lived me in Boston. He had called me many times to go play with the band, but I was already playing with them.
Who wrote that story when you announced the Nancy Flores? Yes. Has Nancy Flores done anything on that? She writes, she's a staff writer. I don't think Nancy did a job that she should have done.
Well, I mean, it's just a lot of people, when they think that was going to come to hell, they don't think there's going to be a lot of people working on that. Take the whole Hispanic things, right? The word artistic is a little different. And I think,
But I think
Tennessee is pretty
I think the way you guys present yourself, people that look at it, you're paying respect to the kind of music that they go on with, they do bells, they do cha-cha-chas, they do ta-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. To me, that's all paying respect. Even though you're not categorized and you're not classified as a down band, that's what I say. Like, hey, I've heard that folks will do this 1,000 times. There you are, guys. Yes.
They don't include it in whatever you have.
Well, I'm gonna call. Yeah. What was this? Different location.
We dance every January. It's called the Jingle Ball. It's Christmas party. People that do this all, they couldn't get them all at the same time. They did it in January.
I think I should have been going way back in the 30s. Which is another. You put on Glenn Miller and Tommy Brown and there. But Jahan was my thing. Don't get me wrong. Love that song.
I don't too bad. When I was growing up and I was in school, I had a music band. We were recording out there with right.
The sadness comes to us when I'm a person. You know, got a lot of good music out
I like this
there.
part.
My doctor's
Double back.
down the right.
That bridge. Take that bridge.
I made it. It was in the room. What was her doctor's name? The nurse name? She's the nicest person. I don't know where that bar. I don't know where that bar is.
Well, she got hired by established a nursing.
Where is she at?
She's back.
That was fantastic. That she was working us. It was a German.
The guy with the white shirt, he got this time. He's working with our football office.
Oh, man.
He's in California. He's our football working with
We were taking videos from right over where, just dark as that. I took a little camera with that. And all that there was. Throw some light on it.
I said, this might be 8 years.
Sounds good, man. Right? I think it'll be so. I may be the only one out there buying it, but I think if y'all got a professional video out there, just always I think you guys can do it.
Well, there's going to be right now, a guy named Jake Curl, filming a documentary about Hilton. There's some videos in there about people.
Maybe Don Dick will sponsor it. You don't have to press thousands, you press 200 copies. Personally, I would look at it. That big bang sound.
Can't beat it. Man,
I could think wrong. This is what I think. You get a band like you get a big band like that, even Joe time. They got such a big horn section. This is what I think they were trying to do. They were trying to duplicate this.
when I play with a couple, that's what I'm going to try.
Right. Well, I've talked to him also. He always, when you do, especially when the mom goes and the daughter, so no, that's not the name. He wanted to duplicate this.
Yeah. I don't know about somewhere I heard it's supposed to be Jackson. It was before my time. I don't know.
When I'm 80, I think it was 84. Yeah, I think he was in 84. So he was older than me. He was ahead of me. I don't remember him playing.
I was having fun doing this last night. I was at home just trying to bring up some stuff and record it. I've got a recorder, but I can run it from the computer and put it on the DVD. But I had to buy a special connection. More custom.
Your drumming just sounds so good. I'm a drummer, so I can appreciate it. I call myself a drummer, but when I'm sitting next to you, I'm very... No, I'm really not. I'm not calling you. I'm not. still with it?
Yeah. That guy, he's looking at the wall. He's coming over here once in a while. Good trouble.
That guy, that's the one I'm talking about. He said I told him everything's good, man.
I've got one bias. The only thing is to see the National Anthem Orchestra and not see them in a tuxedo, to me is very, it's a letdown. I expect the National Anthem Orchestra. I want them and expect them to look sharp, like racket. To me, it's just blue jeans and tennis shoes and a t-shirt and hombre. But the sound is there, I understand that. I can deal with it. But that's not, my expectation is
Well, the big advantage is at the very least the suit. The only time we really don't do the advantage is
well, for you especially, it'd be hard, right, to be in the suit for a run.
I'm pretty used to it. I've got some, I mean, I started playing with my dad. We're in the suit with a tuxedo.
So y'all got big stuff coming up for the holidays? Y'all got big stuff coming up for the holidays?
Over the last few years, I've kind of different configurations. We had 410, 7 full band. So we got
Scaling down.
yeah, depending on what
Everybody reasonable, get it, right?
Yeah. So I've got some 410 piece. 7 piece full band.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, off the wall.
Oh, they eat this up.
Yeah, the dance club level.
I'm looking at the clock all the time. I don't want time to look at it. The show's over at 11:50. For some stupid reason, they want the last minute and a half. Don't ask me to explain it. I said, well, we need that minute and a half.
I don't really get that.
15 minutes total.
17. I didn't want to be sure what channel it was on. Don't y'all do this online?
Well, I'm going to
I
check
do,
it
I
out.
put that up.
This is an old Patty Page. Okay, God. Patty Page.
Yeah, of course. How much is that one? That Patty Page?
I think so.
Give us a Ruben Sanchez.
I haven't seen him. He was coming out to
He was one of the first singers that you did in, right?
He came out to sing with me a few times. And he got the second band. He sang with it. He still has a really good voice.
I love it.
That big, really all four. They would fold out. The vanilla, of course, it's plastic. It's corrugated. Like the box has got the little beehive. They just fold up. They're strong and sturdy though. And I got the company to make it so that it's a Nash, Hernandez orchestra, the LCH, the whole bigger. And there's, I mean, they're all four stands. Nothing. They're like babies. They made big ones with the guys inside. The brass and now we don't have
I love, man,
That big baritone?
Yeah. He's probably barely no, this is all those things on the laptop. This is a laptop. Now he's not there. That's it.
All right, you've been watching the fabulous, Eddie, let me get you to cut it down a little bit. There we go. Want to remind everybody, this is Fiesta Musical. We're here every Sunday from 11 a.m. till 12 noon. Channel 10, at one time we were on another channel, but we're on channel 10 now. And appreciate everybody that's watching the show again. Those of y'all that are watching us, like Miss Tina Conklin, she called me this morning all the way from West Virginia. They watch us on the internet. My kin folks in Fort Worth, they're watching us on a laptop. And to all the people that are here in Austin, Texas, Miss Mary Ann Clark, my good buddy, Mr. Felix Lopez, we've got a lot of people out there, but believe it or not, a lot of people are working. And anyhow, we appreciate y'all calling in. Ruben, do you have anything that you want to talk about your dad, how you got started, or anything that you want to make sure that the public understands and knows why we got you here?
Just, like I said, with my dad, he gained a love for the big band sound when he got in the military back in World War II.
Okay.
Because so many of the musicians back then were from the big band group, so that's how he got to meet a lot of them. That's where he developed his fondness for the big band. So he wanted to start the big band and also do the Latino music.
Okay.
So he wanted to combine both sounds, and he did that. It's just a proud legacy for me to continue on. I mean,
Right.
He started this in 1949. Here, 70 years later, we're still going,
Wow.
still playing.
That's something to be proud of.
Yeah,
Really
I'm very proud and I'm happy. It's just an honor for me to continue his legacy. And he was a great dad, great musician.
Right.
I always called him a crooner on trumpet
Uh-huh.
because he has such a romantic.
Like the Sinatra deal.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. Well, Ruben, I think you've done a fantastic job since you took over. When did you take over? What year did you take over?
Well, about 95 is when I actually took over.
Okay.
Actually,
But-
Dave and I, my brother,
Uh-huh.
he actually I was on the road at the time playing with the country act. And, my father had passed away in June of 94. And so we wanted to give it a few months to, let everybody grieve and whatever. And then my brother wanted to get the band going, and I said, well, I can't because I'm still on the road. But he called all the guys up, and they started rehearsing, started playing some gigs, and then I started back with the band again because I played with the band off and on for 49 years. And then my brother, he stepped back because of his business and everything, but I fully took it over, I guess, sometime in 95.
Okay.
So,
One of the questions that I always had for your dad, if he was here, but he's not, so you're here, I'll ask you, why did he never get into the recording more? Because there are two albums out there, right? Two recording things that are out there.
well, we have 2 CDs.
I've got the album El Embajador.
You're right.
I got that one.
That one was the only album we actually did
Okay.
in '75, I think.
Okay, and he was playing on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was playing on that one.
Okay.
There was a guy, I cannot remember his first name. His last name was Segovia, out of Waco. Because we used to play a lot of dances at the convention center in Waco for different events.
Okay.
And he had heard us, and he said, "I want to record you guys." So we ended up going down to San Antonio at Zaz Studios.
Wow.
And recorded that, and we did it live. It wasn't like a lot of takes. We just went in there and hit it. And we did that album, and it was called The Ambassador because just prior to the recording, my dad had been given an Ambassador of Goodwill proclamation from Governor Briscoe. We went back and recorded a second album, but we never did anything with it. I forget what happened in that, but
Is the material still involved, or where is it?
I don't even know if the masters are around anymore.
Right.
And my dad, he did a few like 45s in the
Okay.
60s.
Okay.
I know there used to be a studio called PSG Recording on
Pedro
Guam.
S. Gutierrez.
That's right, that was that, Gutierrez. And, so he did some 45s there. He did some with I can't remember the name now. Alex Limon.
Yes.
He sang on one of the 45s. It was two.
La Ronda, from La Ronda.
Yeah.
Alex Limon had a restaurant called
Right.
La Ronda.
Yeah.
He loved to sing,
Well, he had that, and he also had Alejandro's
Right.
right there by Main Road.
and he loved to sing, remember?
Yeah, he was a very good showman.
All right, let me ask you this. I was reading that article that they had on you in the American Statesman. In fact, I got a copy of that. Well, they said that you started practicing drums when you were 5?
That's when I picked up my first
Wow.
sticks and started playing. Well, my brother Dave, who was 8 years older than I am, was playing drums, and you know, he was more into the rock and roll, and he had his rock and roll bands practicing there at the house.
So
And
with
that's-
monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly.
If your brother did it, you wanted to do it.
That's it.
Gotcha. Okay, and you actually started playing professionally, the way that article said, around 10 or 11?
I was 11, playing with my
Wow.
dad.
Wow.
He wanted me to be the drummer, because I'd already said I'd already been playing drums.
Uh-huh.
So when I actually started with my dad, I didn't play drums, I played timbales.
Mm.
Because the music, all the music he did, there were no drum charts.
Mm.
So I had to learn everything by ear. And so at the time, there was a guy, I don't know if you remember Matt Carmona.
Of course,
He's-
the drummer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was playing drums,
Yeah.
and also another guy named Leon Krause.
His brother had a band, Chris Carmona.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Chris Carmona.
And so they were playing drums off of, between the two of them. So for the first 6 months when I was playing, I was learning the charts
Okay?
by ear, and then little by little I would, take 2 or 3 songs, and then maybe 3 more songs later, and I just kept adding to the, to my
Okay.
repertoire.
Okay.
And then after about six months or so, that took over as the full-time drummer.
Right.
And I did it steady for 10 years.
Wow.
He was the only band I played with, and then I started branching out just because I wanted to.
Time
try
passes
stuff.
quick, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day. Like I said, I'm starting my 16th year. I could not believe I've already put in 15.
Yeah.
Starting 16. I really couldn't believe it. I said, damn.
I mean, the same way with me. When I took over the band, it doesn't feel like it's been that long ago, but
Right.
it's 25 years ago.
But then I look in the mirror and say, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's been 15,
Gray
20.
hair.
Exactly.
The gray.
All right, let me ask you this, Ruben. What plans do you have for the future? Do you intend to keep the Nash Hernandez Orchestra going? Or do you plan to stop at a certain point? Or what are your plans?
Well, I'm planning to keep it going as long as I can.
Okay.
I'm very fortunate that a lot of the band members, well, all the band members, have been in the group for a while.
Okay.
I mean, I think the youngest player, I say youngest by. as
Don't
far
tell
as-
me it's Charlie, please.
No, not Charlie.
Okay,
But I think the youngest player, and when I say youngest, I'm talking about how long they've been in the band.
right,
Is our bass player.
okay,
And he's been in the band 2 or 3 years.
okay.
But I've got guys that have got 40 years,
Right.
35, 40,
Right.
30 years that have been in the band.
Right.
And I think what's going to determine a lot of that will be when those guys get to the point where they can't keep playing anymore.
Okay.
Because-
Their mobility.
Yeah,
Okay.
and because it's very hard nowadays to find the younger musician that will commit that much time to one band. And I don't blame them for that. They're out there trying to make a living, so they're going to play with whoever pays the most. But that's my concern, is that if I have to get to that point, I don't want to be on the phone every week trying to find somebody to play a dance.
So you're gonna try to do another recording, or you haven't thought about it, or?
No, I've been tossing it back and forth.
Or maybe a DVD?
Well, I don't know about DVD, but maybe.
Okay.
I've met some camera people over the last,
Okay.
videographers over the last couple of years.
Okay.
They've become people that I know pretty well, so I may talk to them about doing that at some
Okay,
point.
okay. Sounds to me like what you need is a sponsor. And a lot of the people that you work with, a lot of the dances that you do, I bet you there's somebody out there say, yeah, Ruben, we'll back you up on that. Probably you haven't approached them, that's why you haven't done it yet.
Yeah, that's good.
I would say you haven't approached them, that's why it hadn't happened. I bet if you go out there and knock on some doors, you'll be shocked. I said, really, man? You'll back us up? All right, let me ask you this. When I started with Co-op Radio back in November of '94, your sister came on, and I don't remember, were you on
Yeah.
when I started my radio show?
Yes,
Okay, I don't remember, did we do some Nash Hernandez back then or not?
yes, we did.
Okay, so it's hard for me to believe it's been that long, but I want to congratulate you on what you've done with the band. You continue the name, you continue the legacy. It helps la cultura, it helps our heritage, and I'm so proud of people. When I saw that article in the paper about you, about the Nash Hernandez Orchestra, I told my wife, you see this, honey? We need more of this. This is the kind of stuff we need in the paper y todo. Para que la raza have some orgullo, have some pride, you know what I'm saying? Because I think at this point in time, when you've got a leader of the United States that feels the way he does about los Latinos and about, the minorities, we need somebody. And to me, when I saw that article, to me it was like a pat on the back. So, all right. That's the way I took it. So I want to congratulate you This is a rare opportunity. I've been wanting to get you on the show for a good while. We used to see each other, remember at Porfirio's?
Right?
The little taco place down on Holly. I think it's gone, no? Is it still there?
No, it's gone.
Okay. I used to see Ruben in there every now and then. I said, man, you're going to have to come on the show sometime. And so anyhow, it's a rare opportunity for me to welcome you to the show and let you do so. Let me ask you this before you go, because I got a couple of more things I got to do. Is there anything you want to leave the people with? Do you want to leave your phone number in case anybody wants to call? Or do you want them to look on the internet? Just tell us what it is that you want.
If you want to get in touch with the band about anything,
Okay.
performances, whatnot, you can reach me on my number at 512-970-6591.
Okay?
We have our website, which is nashhernandezorchestra.net, and we also have a Facebook page.
Okay?
So there's a lot of ways to reach the band. We try to, Facebook page, we try to keep it, let them know what's going on.
Okay.
Pictures from where we're performing.
Is your material still out there? Is it, if somebody wants to get a Nash Hernandez CD, can they find it, or do they have to wait and find you at a gig somewhere?
Actually, they can actually purchase the CD off of the website.
Okay, okay,
You can purchase the CD by track or the whole CD.
okay, okay. Okay, I don't want to be disrespectful. We've got a gentleman here with us at the table that's also a musician. He's a trumpet player, played many years with Alfonso Ramos. I call him my roving reporter, and he's been out for the last 2 weeks. Eddie, do you have anything you want to tell Ruben, anything that you want to ask him before he goes?
Well, you know, I grew up in the neighborhood, the same neighborhood, and his dad, I knew his dad very well, and because he had asked me to play in the band several times, and I was already playing with Alfonso and Ruben and them. And sometimes I wish I had done it. And I went to school with your brother David, and so I knew what he was doing most of his life. He was a fantastic drummer también. He was really good, and so yeah, that was being from the same hood. I just lived right down the street.
Yeah.
You know, I used to stay pretty close to what y'all were doing, and a lot of bands wanted to have that sound that y'all had. You know, and Alfonso was one of them. He played a lot of like Sonora Santanera.
I think Alfonso came real close.
Yeah, he was, you know, he had the same type of, but he was, you know, but he was more tambini, more tejano, but he loved that type of music because he played a lot of it. And I just want to thank you for being here. It was good to see you, man. I hadn't seen you in such a long time. In La Familia. Yeah, you were just about you know,
I tell everybody, I said, Nash Hernandez, we talk about this or that, whatever. They'll tell everybody, oh yeah, Ruben Hernandez, he's a band leader for that. He's a good friend of mine. I've said it so much, and I've told so many people, they probably think I'm lying, but here he is. We've known each other a whole bunch of years, right, Ruben?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm so glad that you're here. If you've got any last minute, the microphone is yours. Go for it. Say what you got to say. If not, we appreciate you being here this morning. We got a few more things to do. Anything, Ruben, at all?
Just saying, we want to thank everybody for the support they've given us over all these 7 years.
Okay. What's your phone number again?
512-970-6591.
One more time, so everybody remember. 97 what?
970-6591.
Anything that comes up, right?
Anything that comes
And
up.
you do go out of town.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Christian, go ahead and get that next video that we got set up. And Ruben, I want to thank you so much for coming in. And gracias. And may your dad rest in peace, because he brought a lot of happiness, a lot of joy to a lot of people, not only in Austin, Texas, but in the surrounding communities. Y'all did travel, ¿verdad?
Oh yeah, still do.
All right, Christian, that was get that other one going. And thank you, Ruben, again. Here we go.
Somebody's calling now.
Maybe that they're watching. I thought we were going to do the award show.
The other one didn't come out or something.
Sometimes we have trouble with the show. Is that Chente?
Thank you.
Chente.
That second video was
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Didn't go. I'm not taking it home to check to see what happened.
some reason I didn't.
How much time do you have?
You got about 17 years. You got enough footage.
Oh,
This this was at GPM. See the picture in the background? And at the end, right towards the end, is when he sings that song, Memory. He's in a chair.
I love playing this song.
Think about that.
We worked up to the evening.
We didn't announce UPS capacity. Well, what we thought you said was January. And then the Hunter Music Awards is just coming up.
I was telling we've got work. We're trying to work on more. The thing is, I want to work on the stuff more than the old one.
Right.
More modern than others, a lot of synthesizers.
Yeah.
So we're working like green. Some more, we got Jungle Joe, what I got.
You got that in there, Luis Miguel? But he got what, 17?
No, we're playing for the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So we're trying to work up more than that. They want to make sure you have that.
Where's that gonna be?
I was there at this event in South Florida. I was there at this event and Isidoro got me the tickets. And man, it was awesome. All these guys are old timers, man.
Oh yeah.
They've been around forever, man.
I've enjoyed playing this song. We're working up to that. We surprised a lot of people with this dance last year. Yeah. They're all like,
There's done already. Was there one original singer?
Dominican is on. Lead singer for that band. Where you want the band? Gibby.
Martin and Edwin.
Yeah.
This song, and one before that.
Yeah.
Is that Beauty Melody?
That's part of that, yeah.
We worked it up. A couple of players, he wrote the arrangement for it. I do write a lot of arrangements, but over the past year, I've been so busy with work. Family. I work for the government treasury. That IRS is such a different agency.
I work for the IRS.
I'm a budget man.